All right, Florida Panther fans, for our next trick, the Florida Panthers are going to play a game with 0 centers. There will just be no centers whatsoever. We're going to send Lundell and Marchment. We'll scratch them for a game. We're missing half the team practically. We're certainly missing more than half the centers. We're missing our goalie. We missed half the game with our main agitator, Ryan Lomberg, with the game misconduct. And if it hadn't have been for that game misconduct and the 5-minute power play, the game might not have been as close as it was, especially considering we hit the post and how many breakaways we missed. So you had said before the season, you were serious, but it was so crazy you didn't want to be serious, but you were serious thinking we could go 23-2. You wanted a 23-2 start. We would actually have to play worse than we are now to match that.
What can I say? I mean, yeah. it was bold, but it was just based on me feeling like these guys can win every game, and the only way they're going to lose a game is if, you know, there's a total collapse. They don't show up, and
yeah, you can't say injuries because that's not stopping us.
Yeah, I'm just. I mean, listen, we're in uncharted territory here.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had some good, this is just like insane.
Yeah.
But in a good way.
In a good way.
You know, the game last night just proved that we have number one, the best depth in the league.
Oh.
Number two, we have the most potent offense in the league. And that was on full display last night. You know, I tweeted that, you know, that Carolina got a good look at our offensive juggernaut. And as long as we get some, I'll say good goaltending, right. Doesn't have to be, you know, outstanding, amazing goaltending, but good. Right. I mean, you stake a goalie to a 4-goal lead, they're usually going to win the game.
Yeah, yeah.
So I thought we did everything right. Everything that, you know, I said were keys to the game happened. They came out on, you know, right from the opening whistle.
Yep.
It came out, you know, on fire. We got an important first goal in the first 5 minutes. And we really stayed for the most part, stayed out of the box last night.
Yeah, that was a big key there. I
think we gave up 2 penalties.
Yeah, and the one being,
you know, including the major. So you want to get that out of the way.
Yeah, let's just get into that because
yeah, it was no penalty whatsoever. They called it charging. That's bullshit because Lomberg was going for the puck. He wasn't going for the man. I knew a collision was inevitable, but charging is when you have the intent to go after a guy and knock him on his ass.
Right.
And there was none of that. There was no goalie interference because the goalie wasn't in his crease. I mean, the goalie came out almost to the blue line. Yeah. Halfway to the blue line.
Yeah, no, he was past the circles.
It was an unfortunate play, but and to call a major on that was total. Listen,
no, I know.
Again, my opinion, no penalty whatsoever. But to call a major on that,
and then the
major shows intent, you know, to injure.
Right.
Bullshit. And I don't know why Toronto didn't overrule the guys on the ice because they had a good look at it. Lomberg actually beat Ranta to the puck by like a second.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think they played the result because when Lomberg pulled up, I mean, he literally pulls up, but because he pulled up, his shoulder kind of hit Ranta, you know, in the jaw area or whatever. And so I think when they went to review it, they just played the result and said, "Oh, look, the guy's flat out," you know what I mean, and just kept it the way it is. And luckily, they only gave up the 1 goal, and it, you know,
would have been amazing if Lomberg had gotten there, you know, 2-3 seconds before and managed to get the puck and
yeah,
right, and go around them. That would have been a great empty netter.
And that's what we talked about.
All right,
yeah, I mean, we had so many missed opportunities last night. I mean, Lundell had a wide open net, hits the post. I mean, did we have a half dozen breakaways where guys?
Yeah, so I counted it. It was 6 breakaways.
There you go.
And at least 2, maybe 3 2-on-1s.
Yeah.
And every time what did I text you? Every time we blew it, I'm like, these guys continue to make the mistake of trying to deep and go 5-hole or go around
Right.
instead of just going in, picking a corner and putting it top shelf,
Yeah.
you know,
And Duke
whizzed
did
by
try
the
one.
goalie's ear.
Duke.
I mean, listen, it's easy for me to say that
Yeah.
because I'm not the one on the breakaway with a guy, you know, barreling in on me from behind.
Right.
So I can, you know, I can, you know, play
Devil's advocate there.
you know, couch analyst all I want.
Right.
The best one was the Duclair one where I think it was Ranta. I don't know if it was Anderson, maybe whatever. But that one breakaway where he does his move and he sweeps in the front. Skate toe save by like that
by
much.
about that much.
He ran out of room. But
yeah. No, that was a display last night, and you saw it with Verhaeghe and Duclair. You know, when I was doing the live stream, that's when everybody heard about Barkov, and for a minute I thought, well, let's put Lundell up there, and then when I found out it was E2,
that's what I was going to say, but you know,
right. Well, and then I looked at the face-off percentage. You know, I thought we were going to get killed there, but the wingers, they just said, I mean, Duclair and Verhaeghe just flat out said no. I mean, Duclair I've not seen a hockey player have a game where he just looks so ridiculously dominant on the offensive side of the game than Duclair was last night. It was like just nobody could keep up with him whatsoever. And I'm sure, look, that's the period, you know, and we enjoyed it and all of that. But I'm sure Carolina's going to watch the film. They clearly did not see that coming. You know, they were clearly not ready for what we really are now, what this Panther team really is.
Carolina did not play like they did last year. And what they did last year was they swarmed all over us.
Right.
The minute we touched the puck, they were all over us. They were hitting. They didn't do that last night. At the beginning of the game, you know, they did the thing that we do a lot of times of, you know, let the game settle in.
Right. Yeah. And by the time it settled in,
the Panthers were not having it.
No.
It's just great. It's great to see Duclair finally getting goals. I mean, last year, I don't know if you were the one that said snake bitten or I read it. He wasn't snake bitten. He just wasn't, you know, puck luck, whatever. He just wasn't popping them in. But, you know, to see the look on that kid's face after the game, you know, he's having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I think they're all having fun and it's contagious. And I'm telling you,
I mean, our top line last night was 2/3 of it was a guy who didn't make the opening night roster and a guy who made the fourth line opening night. That was our top line last night. I mean,
well, we know Duclair's not a fourth line guy.
No.
I didn't think that. You know, I said it. They're going to do the Reinhardt experiment,
right?
See how the chemistry is, and
right.
As soon as they see the chemistry's not there, they're going to move them, and that's exactly what happened. So I really like, you know, obviously with Barkov, that first line's deadly, but it just goes to show you, you know, the chemistry between Verhaeghe and Duclair.
Yeah.
That even Luosterainen can go in that center spot and do well. It's the two of them.
Right.
You know, so I just, you know, I'm just really happy because Duclair has a lot. The speed is just, you can't.
No, you can't.
I mean, Connor McDavid, you know, obviously I think's the fast, but I would rank Duclair right up probably in the top 5 fastest skaters in the league.
Yep.
You know.
All right, so let's talk about the defense a little bit. To me, I thought
you don't want to talk about more of the offense, like Anton Lundell, like
all right,
rookie of the year, playing like a seasoned vet. With hockey IQ off the charts.
I don't want to talk about him. No. I think he's at like a point a game now, basically. I think he's pretty much on it like 82-point pace. I mean, he's got to get. I mean, if he doesn't win the Calder, I want to know who.
I just wish that everybody would stop, you know, comparing him to Barkov, because he's not Barkov. He's Lundell. you
I
know,
think people just look at it in how his, for me, it's in how he plays. In other words, how he moves. It's like effortless, like Barkov. With Barkov, you don't realize he's moving so fast because, you got like guys like Vetrano and Duke. They're, the way that they skate, you can tell they're moving fast. With like guys are like Barkov and Lundell, there's like no wasted motion whatsoever. So
no, I think Lundell moves a little. Nobody moves as smoothly and, in my opinion, like slowish, but it's not really slowish. Barkov is just
right.
Barkov is Barkov, but Lundell just continues to. Again, the thing that the number one thing for me is how smart he is with the puck.
Right.
And he almost scored another shorthanded goal last night.
Yeah. No, he's gonna get one. He's gonna get a
but I said, I told you before the game, I just felt like he was gonna get one, and he got one. So we obviously have a guy that steps up. I think they all stepped up, but we hit the jackpot with him. We really did.
Oh yeah.
He, in my opinion, and I said it when we got him, he was the steal of the draft.
Yep. That's proven out. And yeah, I mean, I'd have to pay, a little bit more attention to some of the other rookies, but I can't imagine he's not either in the lead or right there at the lead in terms of Calder. And I know it's early, but I'm just blown away at our luck right now because you look at with the injury situation, and in years past, I mean, we'd be mixing and matching guys, and it was not good. It was not good. And Brunette now, that's the point I'm trying to get to, is he seems to be pressing the right buttons. He seems to pretty much be pressing the right buttons in terms of line combinations where you could you could make plenty of cases one way or another. And so that leads me to the defense, where I thought Ekblad and Weegar had the best game they've had as a pair yesterday. They just really, it's like they're mastering the art of playing offense and defense at the same time, because the way that they're pinching, they're not quite in the zone. They're like hovering right there. If they even sense an opportunity, boom, they're in the zone. But one of them is staying right there, by center ice. But they're so quick that they're able to jump in if we want to have all five guys into the zone. They just really seemed like last night their chemistry was better than I've ever seen it.
I think Ekblad is skating a lot faster than he has in previous years. That was my big knock on him,
right?
Was that, if they coughed it up and he had to skate back, I'm not seeing that this year. The defense on a whole has been great. I mean, the Jasper Fast goal, Ekblad was looking at the puck. I mean, what else is he going to do? But right. He didn't box fast out. He just, and it took a split second.
Yeah.
It wasn't even on a stick a second before it was in the net. That's why, my big thing is letting guys camp out there, and that's how those goals happen.
Yeah, those guys, that's
you got a guy in front. I mean, all right, you take the chance of getting an interference penalty, or he didn't cross check him, but at least take the body and get him out from in front. But I thought it was important that we get Gudis back.
Yeah.
Gudis is definitely, a force to be reckoned with if you're an opponent.
Right.
He's just a mean motherfucker. It's like you want to take a chance of getting crushed, but the defense has been great. They really have. Even Montour and Connaughton.
Yeah, no, that pairing, that's what I've said before, is that, when we have our three pairs the way they are, defense is really, really, really good. I don't know how you solve the seeming lack of a real good 7D that we have. I don't know how we do that.
I'm still seeing, and it's crazy, I'm still seeing tweets and whatnot for people saying we need another defenseman or big name we don't.
No, we don't. We don't as long as we're healthy. And so that's the rub, is that, you know, with the six we got, we're good. But if somebody drops off, it's either Notavara, Prisky. Where's Kiersted? Is he still hurt? Because he's the guy that
He's in the
hasn't gotten
minors.
He's
Back in the minors.
That's interesting. Huh.
So, I mean, we have the depth. All right. So we don't have a superstar defenseman. I mean, you know, I don't, you know, put Ekblad in that category. We have, you know, we have guys that are doing the job.
Right.
And I said, as long as we have the offense power that we have,
yeah,
where we're putting up 4 or 5 goals a game.
Have we played a game where we haven't scored?
All we need to do is have, you know, a competent defense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we have that. I wouldn't mess with this team. This is.
Oh,
the team.
no, I'm not talking about changing any of the.
I'm countering these people.
Right.
That we still see, you know, on Twitter or whatever, that are still saying we need another defense. No, we don't.
No, we
the same guys that keep talking about, well, it's kind of tailed off now, but the same people that were saying, oh, we need to get rid of Bob.
Right.
I mean, this was before he went on his amazing run.
Yeah.
You know, and I, you know, we're trying to tell people, will you stop already? Bob's not going nowhere with his contract. So.
Yeah. No, well, and you know, and to that point, Knight had a good game last night. Wasn't great. There are definitely some times I wish that kid would just stay in the net and let one of the defensemen handle that puck behind the net.
I agree.
He's gonna cost us eventually. I
agree.
It came close a couple of times.
It almost cost us a couple of times last night.
Yeah, exactly. And so hopefully Tallis is working with him on, you know, he doesn't need to go back there every time. You know what I mean? And he does seem to get a little bit, you can tell that the defense is aware that he's a little bit hesitant back there with the puck. So when he goes back there, they're actually going, you know, to him on purpose to see if they can make a mistake. And he did. It just didn't end up in the back of the net.
You know, had a really good game last night that didn't even get an honorable mention. Reinhardt. Reinhardt had a good, solid game. I thought Tippett played good, but Reinhardt was excellent last night.
I tell you, I'm not advocating for changing any of the lines, but I would like to see an experiment just because of how they play with Tippett and Duke, because Tippett keeps stealing the puck and sending it back into the zone and there's nobody there. So it just makes me wonder if he was playing with somebody really, really fast like Duke when he steals the puck, if Duke would be able to get, I don't know, 2-3 times a game, Tippett makes a steal.
Yeah, wishful thinking. The only problem is that they're both right wings. It's not happening.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's
but I like the idea of Lundell and Tippett.
Yeah. Well,
I'd like to see. Okay, not taking anything away from Marchment because I think he and Lundell are good. I'd like to see Vetrano, Tippett, and Lundell.
Okay.
Think about that.
Yeah. That could actually cause a ruckus too.
You got two wingers with cannons for shots.
Yeah.
And you got a center that knows how to find them.
And that's just it with the depth in this team. And we could sit here like a kid on Christmas and make all sorts of good combinations because we've got guys playing on our fourth line that we could be like, well, let's put them up top and it would work. You know, it just.
I really feel bad for Lombard because
man,
he was playing really good. It was, you know, he's been, you know, the odd man out.
Right.
And, you know, he obviously hasn't played. He finally gets a chance to play. He's playing real well. He's playing, you know, his typical Ryan Lombard play. Right. And, you know, this unfortunate collision happens. And then hopefully, he's out of the game. So
hopefully they don't do something stupid like fine him, because that should not have been a penalty, let alone I'm just without words that they reviewed that and still called it a minor or called it a major. I
don't know. I don't know who made the comment, if it was Jovo. Yeah. But did you notice, he's pointed out, did you notice that none of the Carolina guys were like looking to kill him after the play?
Right.
That nobody rushed him.
Right. Yeah. It was
Like,
when
it was
a
when there's
little
a
bit
hit,
of action, but nothing really.
not like the time that who was it? Whoever got Vasilevsky behind.
Oh
the
yeah.
net.
It was Bennett. It was
Bennett.
Bennett.
Yeah, and they went after him.
Yeah. They went after him.
So I didn't see that happening. I mean,
No.
I think pretty much most of the people that were watching the game that saw that
Right.
had to take away, like, what's Lundberg supposed to do?
Yeah.
They're both going after the puck. They're both going at fast speed.
Right.
And, a collision was inevitable.
Now, if anything, Ranta needs to, Ranta, he needs to stay in his net. And I mean, that was, and he paid the price. He paid the price. That's why you have the equipment and the trapezoid. So that shit doesn't happen.
He's going to be out, man. I wouldn't be surprised at all that he got a concussion out of that.
Yeah. I mean, goalies aren't made to take that kind of a, I feel bad that it happened, but at the same point, it's like when you're racing a big winger, and I mean, what did he? I don't know. We won the game. We got the 2 points. That was frustrating because I like to see Lomberg out there, and he was having a hell of a fun. He was just having fun. You know what I mean? And he's just such an enjoyable player to watch. So, all right.
4 goals to start the first period. 3 out of 4 power play goals. And I really didn't think the power play was all that good. I just thought it was like, I don't know. I'm not pleased with what I'm seeing. I really, how much I hate the back pass. And Ekblad, time after time, and he's going to get burned. It's going to happen where he's ragging the puck up and he's got momentum. And instead of looking for a winger or skating it himself, he turns around and does that back pass stuff. And it's going to burn him. I mean, I could see doing it with Barkov.
Right.
But I mean, he was doing it last night. And I think it was Huberdeau. They got to get rid of that.
Yeah. Well, that's one of those things that they may not decide to get rid of until after it's burned us. What can you do? Well,
but all the teams do it.
Yeah, no, I know.
All the team, and I don't really understand why. I mean, if you have momentum, if you're a rushing defenseman, which Ekblad is, and you have momentum and you have speed going into the zone, just continue doing it.
Right.
Dump it off to one of the wingers.
Right.
Instead of pretty much stopping and turning around and telegraphing a back pass.
It doesn't make any sense. And when I was watching the development camp, I remember that was the first video I made for the development camp, because first power play, the development camp kids, and I'm like, there's the damn back pass. They're teaching the kids the back pass. I'm like, shit, this is never going to end. They're teaching it to them. So I think
it was just it was good that we got the power play goals. Again, Duclair's shot above the glove, Vetrano's shot top shelf, glove side. What was the third goal?
I think that was that.
Oh, the third goal was Lundell on a defensive mistake. I'm not gonna say that was a gimme, but he made a great move. And then the fourth goal was just a tic-tac-toe play, which I love seeing Hornquist score. Yeah. But, the start of that game last night was Duclair. It's just, 4 points. Just
I know.
Really happy. And I watched, I'm always watching, the NHL Network.
Right.
When they do all the game recaps. And Boudreaux said, this is his 6th team.
Wow.
Duclair, his 6th team. And Boudreaux said, he's finally found a home. He's finally found the right place.
Right.
So,
well, we get lucky this time. We're the ones that get lucky this time, rather than the player going somewhere else.
Zito's makes some good moves, but you know, the thing that I was not happy about, I mean, it's pretty much, you shouldn't be unhappy about anything, but we had 6 breakaways. We should have scored at least 2 goals.
Yeah.
Forsling missed an ad for Haiti
Right.
twice, tried to go low instead of high.
Lundell hit the
Obviously, I
post.
took the Duclair one. Who else had a breakaway?
Hmm.
I don't know. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
no,
We
no,
won the
that-
game. We
won
got
the
the 2
game.
points.
Yep.
10-0-1. Best team in the league.
I know.
I mean,
And
what
and
can
the
you say?
Beaches-
Now we just need to get healthy.
Yeah, now we just got to get healthy. We got Monday and Tuesday. We got the Rangers and Devils.
Rangers, Jersey, Pittsburgh, and then again Tampa. I just don't
Tampa.
understand. Couldn't they just like enough with Tampa?
Unfortunately, they're in our division, so I'm not too worried about Tampa. In fact, to me, the more that we play them while we're playing this way and they're playing just okay, the better. You know, yeah. What can you do?
So we're playing at the Garden.
Yeah, yeah. it's good.
MSG. Always love seeing Panthers at the Garden.
Yeah, it
But
should be fun. It should be fun.
Don't think that the Jersey game is a gimme.
Oh
That's the
no.
one that and you know the Rangers just lost to Edmonton with that McDavid. I don't know, people
Yeah.
saw that's the goal of the year.
Yeah.
That Bobby Orr going through the whole Ranger defense.
Yep.
Great goal. But
Yep.
again, like I said last week, every team is gunning to take the Panthers down.
Right.
To give them that first loss. So there's extra added incentive right now, you know, for them to be the team. But you know,
Well-
we keep doing what we're doing. Again, we get 4 and 5, simple formula. We get 4 and 5 goals a game.
You're gonna win. You're
Pretty much
win.
gonna win the game,
You're pretty much gonna win. Yep.
right?
That's it. Yeah, that's it, bud. All right, bud. We will be back again Tuesday morning and Wednesday morning because the games are Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, back to back. That's
Yep,
gonna be
yep.
interesting.
Yeah, especially
And
once.
I don't know what's going on with Bob, but I really don't like the idea of this kid Gibson playing in the second.
No,
I
Spencer Knight's 20 years old. He can play. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Especially, I mean, what did he face? 30 shots last night. It's not like he was. I mean, geez, we had 4 goals in the first period. They had 5 shots. He's not wearing
Right. You
himself
remember
out.
me? You remember me pointing out it was
Right.
like 12-5 or 12, whatever.
Right.
And then all of a sudden I'm looking and it's like, I think they had one that was like 23-22 or 24-23. Like they
Right.
made up all of those shots.
Yeah. Well, they had a lot of shots there in the second period, and they had the 2 power plays. They had the long power play, but still, 30 shots is not like he's not wearing himself out. And I don't see the Rangers taking it to us so much on Monday night that he'd be wiped out for Tuesday.
Yeah.
So
We did a good job against Aho yesterday.
yeah.
And that's always, in my opinion, he's the number 1 Panther killer on that team. And, you neutralize him. Trocheck scored another goal.
I know. But in a losing cause. So Trocheck can get all the goals he wants when we beat him. That's fine. That's fine by me. So, all right, bud. I'm going to let you go. Enjoy the rest of your day. And we will see you
too.
guys again in a couple of days.